And on that day, particularly those who are on the spiritual path, religious path, from wherever they are, the students, the disciples, go back to their teacher physically. No matter which country they are, which location they are, they drop everything and want to be with the teacher on that particular day, to honor him, to respect him, to worship him, to express his gratitude for whatever has been taught to him or her. It's that important. So the tradition of worshipping Guru, respecting Guru goes very, very ancient times. It is not something new. And now, obviously, with that older tradition, it has now taken a certain form of appreciating, honoring teachers in our regular schools. So I just want to connect whatever is happening here in the modern 21st century in USA to that ancient tradition which goes back thousands of years back in India. And it is a living tradition. It is not something transplanted suddenly. It has been going on, and still if you go back on what is called Guru Purnima Day in India, you will see literally, a major festival in India. Next one, please. Next one, please. So we all know what the teachers do. Ordinarily, our concept is a teacher teaches. What is he teaching? He is teaching mathematics. He is teaching history or science or so on. But deep down, if you look at it, according to our tradition, that is not he is doing. He is literally igniting the hearts and minds of young students, creating that inquisitiveness to learn, to know, to grow, to share. That's why the teacher is so valuable, so precious in the lives of a child. So that is what the teachers do, ignite the minds and the hearts of young, innocent people, children who wants to know what is this world about. When they step out of the house, the first person they see is the teacher. And that's where she goes continuously, day after day. Sometimes, doesn't want to go, he wants to play. But the parents keep on sending him. So that is what it is. A teacher who ignites the hearts and minds and imbibe the spirit of learning, spirit of inquisitiveness, is really a great teacher. And that's why always in our tradition, and probably many traditions of the world, light is always connected with knowledge. Light is always connected with a guru in our tradition. A great teacher teaches a child, not just a subject. He may be using a subject to teach, really he wants to teach that child. He may be using the word, the mathematics, history, science, languages, those are just superficially. But he is really molding the child. That is what a great teacher does. He holds the character. Ultimately, that's what he is going to make that child, when he grows up, he is going to forget. The simple mathematical formula becomes like a habit. He doesn't have to be taught again, 2 plus 2 is 4. He forgets who even taught him. But the influence that teacher has on the child is probably lifelong. He remembers that, that's how he's molded. There is also tremendous untapped, unrealized potential. That also comes out when a great teacher is teaching the child. There are so many unrealized potential, so many factors in us, so many faculties in us which have not come out. A great teacher nurtures those things so that it will come out in the due course of as the child grows up. And obviously builds a self-confidence, value of interdependence, because none in this world is truly independent of other things. We are all dependent on each other. We are all dependent on other things around us. We may not realize that. But once we start thinking deeply that we are all interconnected, interdependent, and that interdependence gives you truly that independence of functioning in the world. That confidence, that interdependence is also cultivated by the teacher. So, how does he do it? How does she do it? Superficially we say, well, this is the course material, this is the curriculum, these are the topics to be taught, this is the instruction material, these are the techniques. Yes, that is on the surface. But then it goes into instructions and examples and all personal influence and behavior. That is the greatest way a teacher can influence a child. This is how he or she really teaches the child. Next one, please. So, that is why teachers are, in our tradition, are almost like a god. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. Every child who grows up in India, they know this one. What does that mean? First one is saying, Matru Devo Bhava. Let my consciousness rise so I can treat my mother as if she is a god. Let my consciousness rise so I can treat my father as if he is a god. Let my consciousness rise so that I can treat my teacher as if he is a god or she is a god. And similarly, the last one, Atithi Devo Bhava. Let my consciousness rise so I can, whoever comes to me for shelter, I treat him as God. Stranger. As the Bible says, invite the stranger in your house. Treat him as a God. Not out of fear, not out of social courtesy, as if God is walking in your home. So that's why the teachers are held in very high esteem in Indian tradition. Next one, please. Some of the quick facts, because this is not an isolated thing. It comes from a whole view of life, why teachers are treated that way. The Hindu tradition is normally called Sanatan Dharma, which is very ancient. Scholars put it anywhere from 5 to 10,000 year old civilization, continuously being practiced, living, etc. Not that there is a break. There is no single founder. Many great men and women have contributed. Women too, not just men. Many scriptures, many books, many holy books, many traditions. So this is how that Hindu tradition is. It's not a monolithic one. There are many traditions interwoven in each other. It's very difficult to separate them out. Just like the wines intertwined, very difficult. Next one, please. So some of the things which have become slowly taking roots in American society, our societies, some of the famous things are yoga and meditation, civil disobedience, Martin Luther King's activity, vegetarianism and non-violence emphasis, cooperation versus competition, environmentalism or treating earth as mother, because everything which nurtures us in Hindu tradition is considered a mother. Whether it's earth, whether it's trees, whether it's a river, mountains, this, that, anything which is nurturing to us is considered a mother or mother-like. Pluralism, unity and diversity, interfaith traditions. Some of these things are slowly making ways in our society here. So they all have a lot of roots back into Hindu tradition. Next one, please. Where is this coming from? It comes from few simple things like Brahman. It's equal to, if you want to use the word God, is a particular word used is Brahman. God who is all, permeates all, and has become all. In Hindu tradition, God is not somewhere, some other place. He has become the universe. He has become the universe. Just like a child comes out of the mother's womb. Where is the child growing? From the mother's elements. Mother has become the child, though may look apparently very different. But it has not come out from something separate. It is very similar concept. and that is so mysterious, so beyond our comprehension, that it's very difficult for us to sometimes understand it intellectually. The second point is, there is only one truth, one God, one existence, whatever word you want to use it, whether you want to call it truth, existence, God, whatever. There is only one of them, one of them. Whether it's a he or she, you can debate, or it, you can debate infinitely. However, the wise proclaim in different ways. This is a very fundamental truth in Hinduism. Existence is one, truth is one. We may describe it, we may perceive it, we may discuss it, we may argue about it in many different ways. And that's why we have so many different traditions, so many different religions, so many different ways of describing it. But ultimately it is one, whatever it is. And the limitations come because of our own understanding, not because he is different. He is the same. So Hindus worship this infinite attributes of God in different ways. Therefore, there are no conflicts within Hinduism. You may be worshipping A or B or C or D in this way or that way, it doesn't matter. Everybody understands that, okay, you are trying to teach that something which is very difficult to define. And therefore, Hinduism has literally hundreds of traditions interwoven. Next one.